At the Canadian Union of Skilled Workers, we refer to ourselves as a 21st century union, but few really understand just what that means. So let's start with a history lesson. 20th century unions were based on a model where the institutions provided services to the members. We refer to these as service provider unions. These unions were primarily focused on dealing with the ills of the workplace and the market value of the human commodity. Social scientists writing in the 20th century described these unions as institutional or business unions because of the relationship that formed between the union members and the institutions that they hired to represent them. Over time, workers became separated or disconnected from the union institutions that represented them in the workplace. Unions created extensive hierarchies with lots of full-time staff to carry out bargaining and interacting with employers. Gradually, members of the unions lost their voice in how the union operated and how they interacted in their workplaces. Now, in the 21st century union, we have evolved from the industrial age to the information age. And the type of work involved in this new age is once again shifting the relationship between the workers and the products that they produce. This new economy provides the stage for workers to come together and be connected to the work that they perform. Once again, workers are being seen as an asset and not as a commodity. It is in this environment and with this knowledge of the future that CUSW was formed in 1999. Through the union, we can still come together to bargain collectively with the employer, but these negotiations can now focus on how we contribute to the success of the workplace and not on how we extract whatever we can from the process. The relationship with work can now be redefined so we as workers can enjoy and take pride in the work that we perform. Management structures that were built during the industrial era for the purpose of controlling people in the workplace are disappearing. Unions that emerged in response to the behavior of the unscrupulous employers of the 19th and 20th centuries are considered by some as a restriction on the ability to stimulate the market and create growth. Today, federal and provincial governments are calling for the removal of the rules and regulations that created the workplace balance during the 20th century. Unions in the 21st century will need to change. It is time to move forward to the next phase in our evolution. The concept of the knowledge worker participating in a knowledge economy includes a role for the 21st century union. A knowledge worker is someone who can see and understand the changes that are taking place in the world around them. We built the Canadian Union of Skilled Workers on this concept of the knowledge worker who participates directly in the day-to-day operations of their union, while at the same time taking a leadership role in the workplace and in their community. We're able to participate in the success of our workplaces through our own personal development and contributions. We need to continue to build a union where we as members can come together and share our common interests. We need to continue to build a union that provides us with the flexibility to respond to the opportunities that emerge as the Canadian economy restructures in response to the mobility of capital. We began the modernization of our union in 1999 and continue it today, 15 years later. We've shifted away from a top-down service provider type of union where the president is the boss or authority figure, and the communication has shifted from a central voice to a choir of voices flowing from every part of the organization. Within CUSW, there is no restriction on the creation of ideas, and so we enjoy a seamless flow of creativity amongst thought leaders. We need to embrace innovation, creativity, and fresh new ideas in how we operate our organization, as well as in how we contribute to our workplaces. Members make the decisions on who we are and what we do. Isn't it great to know that if you can imagine it, we can work together to make it happen?